Hey guys, Doc Holly here with my dog Callie. She wanted some cuddles, so we're just gonna do this on the couch even though the lighting is pretty bad. I hope you'll hang in there with me if this is something you want to hear about, because we're talking about your food intake. Are you eating properly to reach your physique goals, the transformation you want to have? And this video is really for two people. It's for those who are working out hard, who do think they're eating well, but they're not seeing any progress. You've plateaued, or you have about 5 or 10 pounds to lose and you've already restricted your calories, or maybe you don't even remember the last time you weren't dieting and there's nowhere else to go and you're not sure what to do nutrition wise. So we're going to talk about eating enough calories, and we're going to talk about eating enough protein, and the other macros do kind of tend to fall in place, but that's kind of what I start with. There are so many ways to talk about this and do this, but conceptually this might work for you. So let's start with a couple analogies. The first one is going to be for protein, and it's kind of a dumb one, and I hope that there might be a better one that I come up with sometime. If you have a better one, let me know. So imagine you're trying to build a brick wall, okay? One brick at a time, and by the end of the brick wall, you've built what you wanted to build. Well, that's the same with muscle building. We need a resource in order to build our body, for those muscles to have fuel in order to grow. Well, that's not going to happen without the simple ingredient. Protein is the building block for muscle protein synthesis, which you need for your muscles to recover and build and change. So if you're not eating enough protein, how the heck are you gonna build more muscles? If you don't even have a brick, how in the heck are you going to build a brick wall? You have to be eating enough protein, and you have to be eating enough calories. Many of you in those two camps we talked about are eating too low of calories. I get women who are eating like 600 to 1,000 calories less than what they should be because of our culture. Diet culture says less calories are better and more workouts are better to get the change you want to see. It's so not true. It's more about the quality and strategy of our workouts and having enough fuel for our body to work and change and grow and cut how we want it to, whatever the goal is. So I want you to think of your body like fueling a fire. A fire needs kindling in order to have flames. In order to have the fire, there has to be fuel for the fire. Our body, our metabolism runs the same, where we need fuel in terms of calories so that all of our internal bodily processes can occur. So we have those flames burning and running in our body. If we're not putting enough fuel for that, then our body has to hang on to everything that we do put in it because it thinks we have to survive. It's going to lead to more hanging on to body fat. And that's going to kind of F with our hunger hormones and all of that physiology that we could dive into, but that's what happens when you eat too low. You're going to either hang on to the last 5 to 10 pounds, or you're just not going to gain muscle and be in this sense of survival. So to get out of this spinning of our wheels, we have to learn about how much we actually need. So before we dive into, okay, Holly, how much protein should I be eating? How many calories should I be eating? I just want to say that something you've heard before, no two people can work out and eat the same way and are going to look the same way. Your genetics play a role, and all your past history of past diets, anything that you've done in the past is going to lead you to where you are right now, which determines how you move forward. That being said, we need to find out about what your maintenance calories should be. So there's two ways of doing this. One, you can go to an online TDEE calculator, which is total daily energy expenditure. And then the other way is you can take your body weight now, multiply it by 10, and then multiply it if you're an active person, maybe you work out 4 times a week, the number would be 1.6, and this will give you about like your maintenance calories. So try one of those 2 things and just see like, okay, is that more or less or about what I thought my calories should be? And then to actually find out what you are eating right now, you need to use the tool of tracking your calories. You need to track what you eat for a little bit just to have a starting point. Now, I'm not saying you have to track for the rest of your life, but if you do want to learn, if you do want to change your body, you are going to have to learn what the calories and macros look like for you to hit your goals. So this is a tool to learn that, to have the sustainable lifetime results of a fit, happy, and healthy human. So that's why we track. So if you're resistant towards that, I get it, because I am too. I don't even track everything anymore, but I did for a long time track every morsel of food so that now I know intuitively what I'm eating. So for now, if you're new to this, you do, or if you want to change, maybe you have tracked before, you fell off, you're gonna have to come back to this tool to just see where you're at. So you're gonna track for 2 weeks, and you're also going to take your body weight every single day at the same time, weigh yourself for 2 weeks. Again, it is a tool. Take the average of your weight for the 2 weeks and see, with what I'm eating now, am I gaining? Am I staying the same? Or am I losing? So you'll kind of see where your current maintenance is at. Then from there, if you're already eating really low relative to your TDEE or the calculation you made, and you're not changing, then a reverse diet might be something you consider. Consider upping your calories to get to a place where you have enough fuel to get the fire burning inside you so that all of your bodily processes can work and run, so that you're not hanging on to all of the food that you do eat. It's going to help your metabolism and your energy if you decide to move forward with this. If this is scary to you, or if you don't really know how to do this, then working with a coach is definitely what I would recommend. Now we'll talk about protein. So we know that protein is the building block for muscle protein synthesis. We know we want to gain muscle, maybe lose fat, maybe build and grow. Whatever the goal is, we need protein in order to keep or build the muscle definition that we have. And a general recommendation for this is 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, and then creating a healthy balanced meal around this, okay? Not neglecting carbs and not neglecting fat. So we can learn more about those macros after we've tackled how many calories and how much protein you need. Integrate those into your lifestyle before you get more nitty-gritty, if that's something you even want or need to do. But I like to keep things simple for you because it's more of something that you can take home and actually take action on, implement it into your life. So something else I want to talk about here is your stress levels. If you are in a state of fight or flight because you're under eating calories, maybe there's also life stressors, but we can be in a state of stress just because we're not eating enough, because our body is not going to put our resources to our digestion and our gut health and our hormonal health if we think that we need to always be ready to be on fight or flight. Our body's going to keep those resources for survival, and it's going to take them away from our gut? And then how are we going to lose fat if this is where we're at? So you also need to take your stress levels seriously in this. Like, I think that yoga helped me so much in my process to be able to learn how to just be, learn how to breathe correctly, learn how to meditate, learn about my subconscious thoughts and awareness so that I could move forward and change. So stress is not to be neglected in this conversation. We can talk more about it in my third pillar of the business methodology, which is live it. Live the lifestyle of somebody who is fit and healthy and feels good about their goals and the results that they have. So today we got to just touch on fuel it, just to plant the seed in your mind that if you do want to gain muscle, you can't do that by just working out. You also have to fuel your body properly, and you also can't lose the last 5 to 10 pounds if you're running on empty and don't have fuel for the fire. Does this make sense? If it does, let me know. If it doesn't, let me know. These are just broad, throwing it into your field of vision right now to see if that's something you need to move forward with. So online coaching can help a little bit more. So if you do have questions about that, let me know in the comments below or go to my website, calliefit.com. I'll see you there, and Callie will see you there as well. She's taking a little sleep. So see you next time, guys. Bye.